So, welcome to our Q&A session, all about building your own shopping basket or course booking portal. So over the years, we've been asked whether it's possible, many times, to build your own shopping basket, your own course booking portal. And the answer to this historically has always been, no, can't do it. And that's because there wasn't a secure or robust enough way to connect bookings through to Access Planet that we were happy with, really.
However, with the introduction of V2 API feeds, we're happy to say that this is now possible.
Hey.
Hey. And we've built a proof of concept to demonstrate how this could work, how API feeds can be used to create your own booking portal, advertise your courses, show your customers their bookings, invoices, and courses, and even your own shopping basket.
So today, Sarah and I will be going through what it means to build your own portal and baskets. So what our proof of concept is for, and a few pre-prepared questions that we expect you'll want to know the answer to. We also have breaks between those to answer any questions that you submit to the Q&A.
Yeah, so please do use the Q&A throughout the session. So these sessions are not very long and we've got lots to talk about today. So we're going to jump into our first question.
Thank you, Sarah.
So what do we need? What do I need to build my own basket?
Well, all you need from Access Planet is the API v2 feeds. So if you already have that, you are all set. No additional licenses, modules, or platform components are required. You will also need development resource to build the basket though. So that means you're going to need a third-party developer if you don't already have an internal development team. If you do, that's great, but yes, if you don't have that internal resource, you're going to need to outsource. And finally, preparation and design time is needed. You're going to need to apply a bit of thinking as to how that's going to look, what sort of journey your bookers are going to take. So yeah, you need to think about the design. So we'll cover more of this later.
And do I need to be a developer to use the API feeds? So yes, is the short answer to this question. Building a custom portal or basket does require technical development. Administrators can plan your requirements, but a developer will need to implement the portal using API feeds. So our proof of concept will help this significantly. It's a really good jumping off point, and Sean will cover this in more detail next.
Thank you. So what is the proof of concept, POC, and how does it help me? So the proof of concept, which is what POC stands for, it does not stand for Pirates of the Caribbean, is is a fully working example showing how an end-to-end portal and basket can be built using only the API feeds. So what does the proof of concept show? It demonstrates how core features can be developed. So whether that's your course search, your My Courses, your bookings, your basket, My Account, invoices, e-learning, showing a complete real-world user journey. So this helps you to understand what is possible, which supports conversations between admins and developers. It also gives developers a bit of a practical head start on your implementation and your approach as a whole. So we've got a bunch of videos on our knowledge base that show off the proof of concept, demonstrating these features in more detail. Then we have a GitHub. Yes, I've said that correctly, not a GitHub.
Not a GitHub.
Which developers can access to see how we created it. So they can use this as a model for their own work, and it will be available very soon. So what could I include in a custom portal, Sarah?
So this is anything you and your developers choose to build using the API feeds. So we will show you a few short videos from our proof of concept to give you some inspiration. I'm going to start with an example of how you could build your own course search. So looking here, you can now, in our proof of concept, we can include searching by label. So coming into our courses, using the course search here, search by the course label. We can also search by the course type, whether it's class, e-learning, or web. And we can also add to basket from here as well.
Show dates is going to
Showing
give
those
us the option.
dates, and we can book courses directly from there. Very exciting.
Very cool. Also, in our proof of concept basket, we've included the ability to, if you wouldn't mind clicking there, add courses to basket directly from the search. So looking for a working at height course, show dates, we can simply add that to the basket straight away. We've also got the option there to add multiple delegates. So that option to add delegates, we can select the user there and click add, get another one in there, Peter Piper, there we go. And also, once we've added the delegates to the course, we've got the option to add a discount code there. So EB10, what could that possibly do? Is it 10%? No, it's £10 off. There you go. Perfect.
It says 10%, but it's also £10.
That's just a very well-rounded figure that threw me off. So there we go. It's 10% and £10. There you go.
I'm doing my maths now, like, was it correct? So in my courses, we have included everything that this person has registered onto. So this is a list of my courses and all of the courses that I'm registered and the status of those. I've got my web courses, so this will include your webinars. You can add in your joining links and the view course option, which can give you more information from your course templates or course dates. And then we have my e-learning, which can include a launch link to access the e-learning content directly. So if I wanted to do my DSE course there, I can launch my e-learning directly from the page.
Very cool. So we've also included in the My Account section
dedicated My Account page.
Here we can view and edit personal and contact information. So there we go. There's the address of 10 New Road in Newton, in Newarshire. Very inspired stuff. And there's the option to change your password as well.
So within our proof of concept, we have also included a My Invoices and a My Bookings section. So there's short videos covering these on our knowledge base. So I also want to point out, because your team will be creating your own portal or basket, you also control the design, the layout, the branding, and the user journey entirely. So it doesn't need to be laid out like this, and it certainly won't have your Access Planet logo on there. This is our version.
So, do I need to buy anything extra to use the API feeds for a portal or a basket? So the answer simply is no. So if API feeds are already included in your contract, in your plan, you already have everything that you need, short of a development team. If you have one of those already, you're in business.
Absolutely. So if I use the API feeds for bookings, do I stop using the Access Planet platform? And this, again, is a short answer of no. So your custom portal will replace only your learner-facing experience. Administrators will continue to use the Access Planet platform as you usually do, managing courses, delegates, finances, etc. from that admin view, which gives them a more comprehensive view of your data.
Now is the section where we turn to you.
Turn to you for your questions, and I can see we have had one in there already, so let's pop this up. Can documents be uploaded to my account? That is an excellent question. I don't currently know the answer to this, but what I will do is take that down and we will find the answer for you in a little bit. I haven't seen it, and I haven't seen documents being used via the API. So my educated guess would be not at the moment. But again, it is your portal, so there may be a way that your developers can enable this.
We've got another question here. Would we need to build our own integration with our payment gateway, or could we still leverage Access Planet's integration with payment gateways? I believe the answer to this is it just uses the existing payment gateway integrations, doesn't it?
It does, but you can also use payment gateways that aren't included. So it would be interesting to find out more about that. I imagine that we can still use the one that you're using already to link that in. Um, but there is actually a question coming up that is about using your own payment gateway that isn't in our list. So again, gonna have to come back to you on this
Yeah.
one. We've got some good challenging questions today, which is nice.
Sarah. And then we have, can fields in my account be set as read only, meaning a user can see them but are not able to edit them?
I believe that would be set by your development
Yeah.
team, because those fields are chosen by you guys to display. So I imagine your development team would be able to set them as a read-only field.
So effectively, you've got the Access Planet database, where the fields are coming from, how you present them, how you make them read only. That's up to you guys, which I think, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Excellent questions so far. So
Yeah.
thank you very much. Let's give an extra second to see if anyone else has got any. Nope, but we've got another section at the end where we will talk. We will take more questions. So, moving on to our next pre-built questions, as it were. How long does it usually take, to build a custom portal?
So the answer to this varies depending on the scope and also the experience of the development team that you're working with. So a simple version could take weeks, while a fully featured, fully scoped portal can take up to several months. So our proof of concept is designed to shorten that as much as possible, really, and to support your development team time and sorry, I'll say that again, to support your development time and also your planning time. So, yeah.
They're giving you that jumping off point to make that a little bit shorter, but it is a little bit of a how long is a piece of string?
Exactly. Depends on how elaborate you go in for, really.
Exactly.
So the next
And
question.
here's the question that I referenced earlier. So, can I implement a payment gateway that Access Planet does not support? And the answer is yes, you can. So, because you're building your own front end, you can implement any payment gateway that you choose. So, these payments do not pass through our Access Planet checkout in a custom portal. So, your custom basket will just tell your Access Planet platform when a booking and payment has been successful. So that kind of does actually answer our question a little bit, in that you can use your payment gateway that you have set up already, but it's not our direct integration. So those payments aren't going to be coming into the portal in the same way that they do with Shopping Basket or checkout.
It might be me stating the obvious, but those ones that we do integrate with are also available for you guys there. So you're not going to lose that existing functionality either. So, yeah. So, what decisions should I make before starting development, i.e., where should I start? So, at a minimum, you should decide the user's journey. So, thinking about the stages that they're going to go through, that going from searching for courses, selecting a course, adding it to the basket. How is the basket going to look? What's it going to be like going from checkout to confirmation? You need to think about your user's journey. You also need to think about which features each step of your journey will include and what information that you're going to make available to each of your customers. Also important is how the user interface should be branded. So rather than it all being Access Planet logo, you can include your own logos, your own branding, your own look and feel. That's important as well. Also, what payment gateway you will integrate with, again, if you plan to take payments. And also how your developers and admins are going to collaborate on your needs and your requirements. That's important too.
Yeah, really important step, definitely.
Go think about each of those.
Yeah, something that we do a lot is, our customer teams and our development teams work together to agree the best route. So making sure you're aligned at that point is important. Okay, so now what support can Access Planet provide during this process? So to simply put this, Access Planet can answer questions about the API feeds and those queries and clarify which modules or endpoints to expose to get certain fields or actions. Access Planet can't troubleshoot your custom code, support any of your front-end development, or debug your portal implementation. So we can support with the background, the feeds that are supplying your portal, but we can't help with the code, unfortunately.
So yeah, give us a call if you have questions about the API.
Okay.
Good question here. Who owns the data displayed in my custom portal? So all data displayed from your API feeds comes from and belongs to your Access Planet platform. So that data is yours. Your custom portal simply retrieves and displays that information. So it's pulling it through the API directly from that platform.
Okay, and what happens when Access Planet updates functionality? Do I need to update my custom portal too? So this one is a potentially. So since your custom portal is your own code database, you're responsible for ensuring it remains compatible with Access Planet's API feeds. So if API feed behavior changes or new features are released and you want to benefit from them, you may need to update your portal to reflect those changes. Okay, and I think I've seen a couple more questions coming in, so let's have a little look at those.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, so will customers be able to log in with their password that is set on the users page in AP? Is that available through the API v2, and will they be restricted by current role sets on AP? Excellent question. So customers will be able to log in with their Access Planet password if you allow them to. So again, it's built by you, so you can decide on the access that you give them. I imagine they will be restricted by their role sets, so an individual wouldn't log in and see heaps and heaps of data. But again, it's developed by you guys, so you can choose if you want to give them a little bit more.
Do we have another one just as well?
Do.
Can you change and create your own registration form and the add delegates step? I believe the answer is yes. So any fields in Access Planet you've got to work with, basically.
Yeah, and yeah, one of the reasons that we sort of developed this functionality, so being able to kind of create not only the basket but that registration step, because this portal is going to have access to the user's API, you can create users through that as well. So again, your developers will need to make sure that those fields and everything are mapped, but there's nothing stopping you from creating your own registration form and add delegate step. Okay. I think I did just see something coming on the chat on their own. I think that's all of the questions. We can give you an extra minute to drop any last minute ones on there, but of course, Sean and I will be available on the support desk if you hang up on this and you think, oh, I wish I'd asked them that, you can give us a call and we will do our best to answer any questions. So we've got our knowledge-based pages as well that will be giving you more information and those additional videos. Okay. So finally, just thank you from us for joining us today. Thanks for taking the time to ask some really insightful questions as well. We hope today was helpful. I've already said this bit, push for Sean.
Yeah.
Reiterate if you
do
have
think of
any
any questions at
please
all,
ring us.
Yeah. give us a call. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.
Bye.
Bye bye.